Now, let me just say this. Whoever don't press the like button on this video, that means that you sexually assault cats. And to me, I think that is disgusting. Why the hell would you sexually assault a cat? So you would rather sexually assault a cat rather than just pressing the damn like button on my videos. Just press the damn like button. It's like, bruh, the like button is free. You should consider it as a tip. It's like, leave a tip for your bartender. It's like, what's the harm in just pressing the damn like button? It's not going to kill you. You are not giving money. You are pressing the like button. So if you don't press the like button, that means you sexually assault cats. I'm like, bruh, lay your hands off of cats. Like, why would you sexually touch a cat? Like, that's nasty, bro. That's disgusting. Come on, man. This video should be at least over 100 likes. But let's talk about Damian Priest. Now, I'm hearing rumors that I hope it's not true, man. There's rumors they might kick him out of the Judgment Day. And I'm like, man, that is a mistake. Like, bruh, the only reason that I really care about that group is Damian Priest. Listen, he's like, what, 6'5"? You cannot take him out that group. So I'm hearing stuff like he might get replaced by McDonagh. I'm like, wow. I mean, yeah, I see it happening because Finn Balor was his trainer. So yeah, I actually see it happen. But I'm like, wow, Damian Priest is a star. There's a reason why Bad Bunny always wants to work with him. It's like, what are we talking about? Why would you take him out? So if he gets taken out of that group, that's how you know this man has a high influence, because he's a fan of Priest. But you cannot take him out this group. He gives that group a great look. He gives that group a great, credible look based on his size. His size puts that group over. You can't just rely on Dominic. And look, man, Finn Balor is not over. I feel like Finn Balor is just hanging on by a thread. I feel like he's tagging on to Priest and Dominic's coattail. You cannot take him. Dude, nobody will care about this group. Dominic can only lead you so far. Yes, he has mega heat. But just Priest makes that group look cool because he has a great look. It's like he gives that group great cosmetics. Look, Finn Balor is not tall. He ain't no big dude. Same as Dominic. So why would you replace him with a guy who's like 5'6", 5'7"? Wow. Dude, you might as well get rid of that group. If you get rid of a Priest to put in McDonagh. So a guy that's 5'7" is a better option than a guy that's 6'5" that has great size. So we're gonna look at a group filled with midgets. Like I said, Dominic can only lead you so far. It's like, yes, he has mega heat, but how long is that gonna last? If you put him in a group with two other short men that are not big or tall, that's what makes that group look credible. It's like, yeah, Finn Balor ain't that big, Dom ain't that big, but your ass got Priest as their muscle, as their bodyguard. It gives them credibility. Dude, you cannot take Priest out this group. This group ain't that over without Priest. Okay, if you take out Priest, who do you have? Finn Balor, people don't take him seriously as a heel. I'm sorry. It's Dom or bust with that group. If they were to get rid of Priest, it's not time for Priest to be a face. It's not time. that means you are washing your hands of that group by putting in an unknown guy that has no size. JD McDonagh will never get over as a heel on the main roster. He don't have that kind of charisma. He don't have that kind of presence. Priest gives that group a strong presence. That's why they are somewhat tolerable, because of Priest. If you take out Priest, it's like, man, you are putting a lot of pressure on Dominic. Can Dominic make this heat last long? If you pair him up with two other short men that are not big, it's like, man, just Priest gives them that bodyguard look. Like, he gives that group a badass feel. Without Priest, you got a group filled with vanilla midgets. It's like, wow, you are going backwards. It's like Rhea cannot carry that group without Priest. Priest is the Judgment Day. Now, what do I think about JD McDonagh? Listen, he's not going to get over on a main roster. I don't care which group you put him in, it's not going to happen. I always look at, okay, how well did the crowd in NXT take to him? Even though he actually fits what they're looking for right now, right? Okay, if he fits what they're looking for in NXT, but he still did not get over, that's not good. Because he's somewhat of a work rate guy. He's not going to get over on a main roster. If he was boring down in NXT, he was boring. Listen, I see that Dolph tried to put him over, right? But man, it's not gonna work, man. He don't have the size to be taken seriously. And no, he's not Daniel Bryan. There's only one Daniel Bryan. So if you keep him as a heel, it's like, man, you cannot keep a 5'7" guy as a badass heel. That's what they're going for. Triple H is dropping the ball with JD McDonagh. Nobody will take him seriously as a badass heel at 5'7". Like, no, that's not how this works. It's like, look, it's not going to work out. He don't have the size to be taken seriously on a main roster. As a heel, maybe a face, but not as a heel, not as a badass heel. Guys that short, I'm sorry, you gotta be a comedy heel, not a badass heel. That's what I mean. Like, you can't trade him for Damian Priest. That's a downgrade, not an upgrade. You are burying that group. Nobody will care. People care about Damian Priest. He has a great look, great towering presence. You can't trade that for a 5'7" munchkin. Now, here's what I think. I think they should kick out Finn Balor. Why not? Look, man, he might be the least over in that group, which is crazy because on paper, he has the biggest name. He has the best resume. But I'm sorry, he has the weakest reactions when he comes out. Nobody cares about Finn Balor. Nobody cares about his promos. He's the least over. So I feel like whoever is the least over should be kicked out because you ain't holding your weight. I feel like Balor, man, I was very intrigued about him being a heel, but to me, I don't think he's a great heel. Listen, I think they should kick out Finn Balor and make him a face. Based on, nobody wants to boo Finn Balor. Nobody takes him seriously as a heel. He's the least over in that group. I feel like he's hanging on by a thread. But the fact that he's a traitor of JD McDonagh, they will keep him in that group and most likely Priest might get replaced for J.D. McDonagh. That's wild. It's like, man, that group will hang on by a thread. Like I said, man, Dom can only lead you so far with his current heat. Yes, I still think Dominic is the best heel in this business. Okay? He's the best heel. I don't give a fuck what you say. You don't know about professional wrestling if you don't think Dominic is the best heel in the business. He's the best heel. Dude, he can't talk without being booed. If you are booed, you are a heel. My fucking God, like, stop sucking the dick of Max. Max is not that good of a heel to me. He is a average heel. It's like, I feel like Dominic has surpassed him. Like, bro, Max says the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, I know what Max is going to say before he says it. That's how you know you are a trash heel, if I know what you're going to say before you say it. All his promos are, he craps on the audience and he brings down his opponent. It's okay, bitch, we get it. You think you are the best in the world. You think this town sucks. You think this town is filled with fucking neckbeards. Okay, we get it. He is an average heel who does cliche stuff. He says cliche stuff that we heard multiple times for the past 3 years. I feel like he's hanging on by his reputation. Let me say that once again. Max is hanging on by a reputation. He's not a great heel anymore. What is he saying to make you hate him? Does the crowd boo him? No. So, look, every time Max speaks, can't he get a word in? Yes. When Dom speaks, can't he get a word in edgewise? No. Roman is not a great heel either. It's like, yeah, he is abusive toward his family, but does that make him a heel? Bro, actually, he's more of a heel to his family than other wrestlers. Like, bro, he was more of a heel to his family over Cody Rhodes. Let that sink in. That's why people are saying maybe Jay should beat him. You know why? He's more of a heel to his family. Does he act like a heel towards other wrestlers not named Usos? No. Like, that's what I mean. Like, how is he a heel? How is he a heel when people cheer him? You are not a great heel if people cheer you. You're not. You are an anti-heel. You're a cool heel. Dominic has mega heat. He can't talk without being booed out the building. Last time I checked, that's a heel. I don't get it. But the whole point is, Priest should stay in that group. Now, would he be great as a singles? Yes, because he has that cachet that he got from Bad Bunny. Priest is a star now because of Bad Bunny, so you can actually take advantage of it. I feel like Priest has a big name now because of that Bad Bunny rub. So you can take advantage of it and him being a singles. But no, man, that will bring down the group. If he were to be kicked out for J.D. McDonagh, I guarantee this. Nobody will care about that group if Priest was to be kicked out. Because nobody gives a fuck about Finn Balor, dude. Nobody cares. I mean, he's a tag along. It's like, how can he not be the leader if he has the best resume, the biggest name, but he's not the leader? He has been surpassed by Priest and Dom and Rhea. So by that logic, why would you kick out Priest and leave in Finn Balor? That makes no sense. So the point is, I would leave in Priest. I would kick out Finn Balor, actually. That's it. I'm done.